Okay, it's time now to do some digital filing. And when I talk about digital filing, is that you notice that when we look at the edges here on our flat fabs here, we have our slots that are cut. But you notice that we have along this outside edge, this goes through on that side because that's at an angle. It doesn't go through on that side. Now, with cardboard and thinner materials, it might not be such a problem, but when you're using plexi or wood, that can be problematic. It'll prevent your slots from working properly. Now, the way that we're going to fix this is by using the extend command. And there are two ways that we can use the extend command. And this is filing. This is just work that has to be done. Okay. One of the ways that we can do this is turn on your near snap. Make sure your near snap and your end snap are turned on because those will be useful in this process. And we want to type in the command in our command line. We're going to type in extend. And it's going to ask us to select the boundary objects. Oops, I locked that layer. I got to unlock that. Going to make that our boundary objects. I'm going to hit enter. And I hit that, and it doesn't let me extend that curve because that curve is bound to a rectangle. It's joined into a rectangle. So what I'm going to do in that case, I'm going to hit escape to get out of that command. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to select all my objects on this layer, which is my blue layer, and you can see all the blue slots have lit up. I just want you to be able to see that so you understand what's going on here. And then I'm going to come back here to this slot, and I'm going to explode them all. And that's going to explode them into line segments. Okay, so now if I go and I run my extend command, it's going to ask for a boundary object, and then I can click on this object. Oops. It's going to ask, I hit control or turn that off. I select the boundary object and I press enter. Now when I click on this object, it extends that to that point. Okay, and what I can do is that I can go around and look at each one of these. You notice that I got a little piece there. I click on that, it extends it there to that one. And those are all the pieces that I have to do on this one. Okay, that's one way to use the extend command. Another way to use the extend command is that I can select that line and I come over here and extend it, and I can select this curve to extend and I can take it to that point there like that. Okay, so you can select the boundary object first, or you can just take the curve and extend it to where it intersects. And so it's going to extend that line. Okay, and here, this way you can just zoom in and keep working. And this is digital. I like to refer to this as digital filing. Okay, and you'll need to just go through because we're still in the command. Then you can just click on that line and continue to do that. And you notice that it's going to maintain the direction of that line. It's going to go straight the way that it should. And here we got another one there, like that. And it's just a bug in the way that they wrote the code for this, that they needed to make the box go a little bit further in this singular direction. But it's an easy enough fix to just go around and do some of this digital filing like this to clean up your files like that, so that it'll chip away. The laser cutter will just draw that line a little bit longer, like so, to clean that up, and that's what you'll do in order to fix that minor bug in the software. And it's well worth it. It's not, that's the worst thing about this software, and it gives you a chance to practice using the extend tool. And of course, you press enter when you're done, and that's how you clean that up. And once you're done cleaning that up, the next step would be to select all the objects on that layer and then rejoin them. And you'll have several closed curves, and you'll have some open curves, but one will be extended a little longer so the laser cutter will work in an efficient manner. And I'm going to stop that right here where we talk about using the extend tool. And then in the final part of this tutorial, I'm going to talk about how you do the final layout of your design and set it up for laser cutting.